feel like you're not going to see enough?
It depends on the point of the tournament, I feel. You know, when it gets those offline phases...
Oh, you want more, of course.
I want to see best of threes.
Yeah,
I want to see that pick and ban phase. I want to see the maps being chosen, this beautiful backwards and forwards between them. But for now, I think it's just enough to do the job.
A nice taster.
Yeah, exactly. But still, I'm excited to see Fnatic. I want to see what form they're in. I've not been able to see them too much recently. Caught a little bit of their game earlier on. I think they're playing Virtus Pro, and it was a pretty decent game. So, looking forward to seeing how well they come up against Dignitas. And to me, this game is all about how close a Dig to that top tier form.
Yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see. You have got some real strong individuals on the side of Dignitas. Of course, MSL being one of the newer names on that lineup. So seeing him once again, and AZ, so fun to watch as well, is a player I will have my eyes set on for this this matchup. And of course, the entirety of Fnatic, you're going to be expecting usual Fnatic stuff from the boys in orange. Really strong performance at the moment. We saw them in an offline environment. They actually had a bit of an upset relatively recently over it at the Face It side of things, seeing TSM take that final. But
yeah, but I think this was the question, that TSM were always on that cusp of being one of the top tier teams as well, like being considered in that top 3. And it's great to see them breaking through. I kind of touched on that yesterday, like how pleased I was that they've actually, you know, finally broken that little bit of a step forward. So good to see them there. But it's just good for Fnatic, you know. It was the quote that came out of JW saying, you know, we're done messing around now, it's time to dominate again. You know, when they saw the prizes coming up, when they saw what's on the line, I want to see where Fnatic are. If, you know, maybe that was just a little bit of a, you know, a public thing, if he was just trying to get his fans cheered up, or if they are genuinely, like, 100% on point.
Well, something about Fnatic that's always said is that those are the guys that when CSGO was just like first in its infancy, those are the guys who put so much time, so much effort into really just flying to the highest heights they could in CSGO. And so when they're finally, you know, there's some guys starting to knock them off that top spot, they're just going to be coming back with a vengeance, probably maybe hitting an even bigger, sorry, what am I trying to say? What's it called? Oh,
Plateau?
Not plateau, a not workflow.
I don't know, I'm going to leave you to drown in this.
I'm just going to drown in it. I was trying to think of it. What's it called? Work. I'm going to shout a word at some point during this broadcast that starts with work, and that was what I was trying to describe. Fnatic
Work
as.
ethic.
Thank you. Oh, Lauren.
I just wanted to give you a little bit of time to sweat.
You let me drown.
Yeah, buddy.
Maybe their work ethic's going to get even bigger. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No worries. That's what I'm here for.
Save
just bailing you out. Just get my little bucket and just... But still. I don't know what that was. Dear Lord. But we are just waiting on that 5th player to...
I swear he keeps coming in. He's like back and forth.
Yeah, I think I love just making sure everything's good. Obviously a player you want to have on board, let's be honest. But yeah, for me, Fnatic, Dust 2, great team on it. There's no really going around that. The only team they've really lost to very recently during the CCS kickoff season was TSM. But then they went on to beat them as well, just, you know, down the line a touch. So it's back and forwards between these guys, and I think Fnatic are the firm favourites by a massive margin. But once again, I want to see Dig make a good impression here, because I think everyone will agree that this was the team that people said, give them a little bit of time, see what they can achieve, and then really they can push the higher echelons, because they've got so much young talent on here. You know, Nico, AZ, these guys are just insane for their age. They're just so damn good, and we saw it coming out and coming through in the previous game. And Pimp just really stepping up as well.
Well, just there, got through and get a sweet 3K.
Jesus.
No, you're right. Actually, Pimp was a name I wanted to highlight as well. I actually was really pleasantly surprised by his performance at just not too long ago at the Pro League Cologne thing that I did. Was the official title ESL Pro League? We did it with, you know what I'm talking about.
Here in these studios. Yeah.
It's just confusing me because we're now doing ESL Pro League. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's confusing.
I'm really easily confused by
You're
titles.
You're a simple man, aren't you?
I mean, you should have seen, you know, after I did Katowice, the amount of times I was sitting there, the tip of my tongue was, hello and welcome to ESL 1 It's not Katowice anymore, whoops. No. I got trained into that one introduction.
No. Just kind of like ground down into it.
Yeah, I really did.
Jesus.
I think we might have 5 though. Both players.
This is exciting.
This could be the start of the 9th round, of course, in the best of 1 format. Just starting off with the 9th round. And, I mean... I wouldn't be surprised if we see Fnatic maybe try and... Do you think... I know that they have this kind of occasional appearance where they choose to take T-side. They choose to basically throw their opponent off by starting on the offensive and getting an early kind of set of rounds on T.
Yeah, it's theoretically it's perfectly doable, but you've got to feel comfortable. And To be fair, I know Dignitas have been having some really good CT-sided performances, so I don't know if I'd want to give them that comfort zone to begin in. But the knife is life, so we are very close to getting this one actually underway. Beautiful camera work. Look at that. So smooth. So well done.
Yeah.
So third person or free cam.
Oh, it's just a standoff at this point. Who's going to make the first move?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just like an awkward office party. They're just still standing around. Not really sure what they want to say to each other.
You're thinking about the Christmas
and then
party
suddenly,
again.
and suddenly knives get involved. That sounds about like any office party. Either way, we are just going to be seeing Pronax,
Where are you
the
from?
last man, getting cut down. And it's going to be Dignitas who picked that one up as they decide to turn on each other to celebrate. And so we're going to be seeing what side they choose to stick with. You already said that they're pretty potent on the CT side, so I think it's safe to assume that they're going to be sticking there. And we're going to be seeing Fnatic start on that T side as we're about to roll on with our very first round of day 2 of the ESL Pro League, or ESL ESEA Pro League.
Yeah, and I think just a quick roster rundown. I think you guys know what's up, though. It's Flusher, Crims, JW, Pronax, and Olaf. And why don't you take Dig?
We have Nico, Kayerby, MSL, Pimp, and AZ. And we're going to be jumping on with our very first pistol round, see where this one takes us. We're going to be seeing pretty, quite an armoured CT side. 3 members of Dignitas opting for armour and their USP. The other side's opting for that smoke and flash to keep them maybe a little delay. And look at MSL, he's going aggressive into tunnels already.
And I really like this from Dignitas, not letting Fnatic take complete control of the map just yet. But that has also made Fnatic go, all right, then we'll just go up short. If you're going to take control somewhere, we're just going to push straight through. And look at this confidence. But Pimp connects perfectly towards Flusher. And that is a great start, also taking up Pronax so much.
Yeah, Pronax has a slither of health. Not going to stop him planting the bomb, though. And so time now is of the essence for the Dignitas retake. They're going to be seeing Nico now making his way through elevator. There's 3 players there. And whoa, look at that aim punch. Pronax doing great stuff with just the 8 HP he's been left with, as Fnatic are looking pretty sturdy on this A site.
And the bomb is planted for short, and Crims is just waiting, defending on the front lines. 2 back-to-back. Stunning play. And that's the final man down for Dig. But Fnatic had a plan, and they executed. Even JW was in B tunnels, just making sure no one could push up that mid and get up short and get around the back of that plant. Everything was accounted for. And the Big Mac Daddies are coming out to play.
Yeah, well, you saw that hot molly as well from Flusher. He knew what he wanted to do. He wanted to clear out that A-plat as fast as possible. Opted for the flamey feet option. Either way, though, the T side have brought up a Galil and AK actually for Crims. He's going to look to do some damage with that one, turn turret mode on. But you're right, the Mac Daddy is there as well. And we're going to be seeing the T side start to pay their attention towards that B site. 3 CTs lying in wait, though. Dignitas kind of ready for this.
Or at least thinking they are. Olaf's already off with the bomb. Pimp is like being the kind of pivot point in mid, but Fnatic looks so fluid. They look like they are comfortable doing what they want here, and it looks like they're going to take it towards A. I'm not sure what gave away the amount of people at B. Maybe they got a glimpse of some. Not too sure, but Pronax now taking up position towards those lower B tunnels, predicting if anyone does try to come through mid, but there's also 1 minute left. They can still rotate all the way back, and if he knows or heard that many people rotating, he might just say, guys, if I can get into B, come straight over, because Crims is kind of setting up in mid. Pronax is by B tunnels. And look, the bomb's coming as well. They forced Dig to get all the way over towards A, and they're back at B. Fnatic just read them like a book and just dragged them all over the pages.
I don't know what Dignitas, what did they give away there? A couple of tags, yes, but Fnatic just seemed, or more so probably Pronax, who's got such a good idea of how things are going. Crims holding the back beautifully as he takes down Nico. JW just going full-on lurk as he's going to try and catch them off at A. Doesn't happen, but that's going to keep the CTs busy while the bomb just strolls casually into that B site.
That's beautiful.
I mean, Fnatic, really, there was so much going on in the opening 20 seconds, 30 seconds there.
And look where Pronax is as well. He's not staying still. He's going to try and get as much control of the map, spot out where these guys are, and Crims surrounded, catches off Pimp, and AZ and KRB just going to get the hell out of there. Not really fancying this. They do have armor on 2 of them and a scout on MSL, so maybe wanted to keep hold of that. Ooh, and MSL could actually get some work done. Tags up Olaf, but Olaf backing out of that, saying, screw it, I don't want to do that game. But Fnatic then, let's just take stock of what we saw. They literally dragged Dig everywhere, and then they just took control. That was beautiful.
I bet the comms on Dig were really confused. Like, there's 3 upper tons, there's 3 long, there's 2 mid. What? Where are they? Where are they going? As Dig Fnatic just strolled through dust. That was great to see, and you can see already 5 frags for Crims, obviously making that EK purchase worthwhile. As we are going to see just that, well, the void that was left from the scout from JW replaced with an AK as we're going to be going into that 3rd round. And very little on the side of Dignitas, just the leftovers from that save.
Let's see if Dig can maybe get a gun away or two. There are 3 rifles in play, so if they get one of those out of the hands of Fnatic,
Yeah, okay.
that'd be brilliant. But, you know, there's still Pronax and Olaf just running around with those big Mac Daddies that just blow my mind. But still, Fnatic taking their time, not really going anywhere too fast, just trying to find out where these guys are. And MSL getting a little angsty in mid, actually gets caught off here, and AZ's probably going to go down as well, and it's a big pickup for Olaf. Lots of money in the bank, but JW's down, and that's an AK loose if he can get his hands on it.
That's a big if, though. You can see Pimp is just cautiously stepping around short. He knows there's going to be some T eyes on him. It's actually Olaf who's the closest, and he's just going to be in that middle area. Flush has made... How has he got all the way on towards that A site? The CTs, of course, scattered after the loss of AZ and MSL, and the 3 remaining are just going to be caught out and picked apart unless Pimp comes up big.
Let's see what Pimp can achieve here. He's got Nico just off towards the side. Flusher, though, I think is actually coming around the back. Oh, my word, Flusher. So well played. Silently walking around the map. Pronax coming in now, taking the bomb towards A. And these guys are just clearing one by one, step by step. He doesn't even want to take the bomb there. He's going to just try and hold that close push and keep that MAC-10 at its prime range. And this is just shooting fish in the barrel right now.
It's like a game of intel, you know, with Fnatic.
Yeah.
They just seem to gather as much information as they can, basically have like a map out. I think Pronax has actually got like a scroll map out, and he's like pinpointing where these guys are as he maneuvers his team around. But still, we are going to be seeing 3 rounds now on the board for Fnatic. Dignitas are finally going to dig their teeth into a full buy. We're going to be seeing the AWP picked up as well. We're going to be seeing our first AWP v AWP potentially, as GW has one as well.
This is the round I'm looking for.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Dig just seemingly have never been able to be in the right place at the right time. Now with guns, they don't have to try and stack everywhere or try and predict it because they just ain't been keeping up. But look at this, already on long, Nico trying to take the position. Quite aggressive start from Pronax towards B though, challenging in towards those tunnels. MSL was on that platform, but just going to sit in and wait. But Fnatic not giving away too much just yet, playing quite calm. Not pushing anywhere, just taking stock. But Olaf actually starting to step out at long. Hopefully KOB can actually be prepared for this. Nico's now going to push up as well. And I wonder if Fnatic are trying to draw Nico towards long and then push up short.
Yeah, a couple of nades coming out, and he's not pushing on them. It may just be exactly as you expected, more of a bait and switch, as you're going to be seeing Nico draw first blood. It's going to be Olaf who goes down. As that's now just 4 Fnatic members ready for this push. Pimp, that's a good nade, could catch up, take a big chunk out of Pronax, and it does, down to 50. As Fnatic are looking a bit scattered as Pimp gets another. Now just 3 Fnatic members remain, and they have made no progress towards the site yet.
No, not at all. However, B still, they know where people are. I think AZ's been spotted in mid. JW took a shot. So I guess they can assume there's one at B, but it is MSL. He's tucked away in that corner. Flusher and Crim's going to start looking. 30 seconds left. They're going to have to commit to a site here. But you can see dignitas, they don't want to over-rotate. They're so scared of what's been happening. But MSL now on the precipice of 3 possible kills here. He's got AZ just watching mid. And now 15 seconds. They check the corner. That is Fnatic being clinical. They've got the B site now. Pimp and Nico are completely out of it. KOB's working his way around spawn, but look at these guys. They've got control, they're set up, and they're in a good position here.
Okay, let's see what Kiebu's got, or Kiebi or Kiebu will be corrected, I'm sure. Either way, we are going to be seeing just the 3 CTs maybe decide against trying to retake that B site. Probably a wise move in their current scenario. But they managed to get those opening picks, but 1 kill on MSL, 1 wrong step, and Fnatic just kind of stroll into a site and make it their own. That's going to be the 4th then for the T side, and that is going to be a little bit upsetting, I can imagine, for the Dignitas boys.
I'd be gutting. MSL was waiting so long. They do at least get Crims on the way out. Will you be able to hold on to your gun? Flush is looking.
He's hungry. Oh, he's not worth the risk. Not worth the risk. A wise
the
choice.
M4 gets saved, so at least they'll keep that in play. They may have to kind of spread these guns around a little bit differently now. MSL going to pick up 1 there, going to be dropped off to him by his teammates, and yeah, we'll see 1 Famous. So not the end of the world. They still have the AWP there. It's still a good enough buy to do something with. But JW has a great B spawn. I wonder if he's going to go for the opener towards this, but he's quite confident if he goes for this.
Yeah, the random aggression that JW sometimes displays is always going to catch out teams at the highest level. He does. He puts a bullet into the belly of MSL. Doesn't quite take him down though. Just 10 HP left for the B defense. Actually, no, he gets knocked down to just 10. That extra 1 damage from the nade is going to make all the difference, I'm sure, as the bomb is loose around that middle area, and they're just trying to find a pick. Olaf so strong playing around this long area, as he's just going to be rattling off a couple of shots. And now Dignitas, they're digging their heels in, and they're trying to get ready for what's potentially going to be a brute force mid push. Here it comes. Pronax does full. Pimp is doing good work. He hasn't got the ammo though, as he's going to have to throw out a nade to do the work for him. And Fnatic back away.
But they've not even got the bomb, Fnatic. They've left out at the top and mid. They're still trying to get a pick towards one of these sites. They don't want to commit just yet, and so damn smart. Finally, JW does pick it up, and maybe that's made their minds up as to where they want it to hit, but Crims edging in. Oh, Nico gets the shot off. That's big. Gonna just slow down maybe that short push, readjust, get himself resettled, and Fnatic starting to line up. This almost looks like they're pistol round all over again. Flusher with that molly, gonna clear outside, pushing through, but Nico is waiting. And let's see if Nico can deliver. Oh, he gets caught out at the wrong time. Flushes through, and this could be another short plant coming in. It is. And this looks like Fnatic just doing that basic A play that works so well for them.
Dignitas are going to be kicking themselves. They have the numbers, they have the positioning, but every time, no matter what early advantage that they manage to kind of claw away from Fnatic, they get into sites and they get that bomb down. Dignitas afraid of the retake, and understandably so, as they're going to be doing their best to make some sort of leg room on this A site. Flusher draws blood, as does Olaf. The bodies are starting to drop for the CTs as JW secures it, as another one bites the dust. Just onto AZ now, as he has made a little bit of movement on towards the side, but time is of the essence, and JW just wraps it up, puts a bow on it, and we're going to be seeing the 5th round now on the board for Fnatic.
That was beautiful as well. Those guys have such a good plan when they do that. That plant for short, the almost 3-man stack towards it. I think there was only 2 though, but JW and Olaf there that time. And then they had Flusher on site. Flusher was so good at holding them off at long, buying time, and then once they got through the barrier that's Flusher, they still had Olaf and JW with an AWP to deal with that short plant to see. So, insane. I love watching Fnatic in this sort of prowess, but once again, we're seeing the CT side going to buy what they can. It's not ideal, though. Look at the lack of grenades. Look at the lack of smokes. Nico doesn't even have armor. I don't know what they can achieve here.
Now, Nico is someone we need to kind of... You've touched on him already, that he was getting those early kills. He got those early picks in the round prior, but he really got caught out on that one frag that mattered. You talked about how, influential Flusher was. And Nico got caught out, AKV AWP, not a nice position to be in, especially at the range that they were, as we are going to be seeing that bomb. And Olaf try and make moves towards long. He gets one. It's a fully white Kierby. That's going to be a second as Fnatic brute force once again through long, and the bomb and the Fnatic side are on their way. Pimp's going to be the primary sentinel trying to defend this push, and there's 3 Ts who are about to make their whereabouts well and truly known, or not, as the second smoke comes in.
Ooh, Crim's actually getting a little caught out. Then maybe AZ's going to make a play. He's got through it long. He's feeling confident. Straight through the smoke he goes. Gets one. He's going to get the second with MSL's assistance. And now just Flusher and Crims. I'm not sure if the bomb is for short again, but it doesn't even matter as Pimp is now the last man alive. Spots a pixel of Crims and gets it. Now Pimp 1v1. Flusher already has 3. Can he make it 4? Flusher just buying time, dancing around the map. Ooh, nice flash. Oh, don't you do this to me. I've had to deal with this clip before. But the time is running out, and Pimp is running out of options. He knows he can't handle this one. The pistol comes through. He takes down Flusher, but it doesn't matter. Fnatic are on another level right now, and the way they're playing out these rounds is beautiful to watch. The reason Dignitas even got that close was AZ taking that risk through smoke, hoping no one was down at long, and they were all going to be on that site, which luckily they were.
Fnatic are just, the way they're playing is forcing Dignitas to take risks. And that's just, it makes you feel uncomfortable, it messes with your strategy, it messes with your communication. Because they're sitting there like, I can't see the cross, what do I do? There's like 20 seconds left. It forces these decisions in real high pressure scenarios. And already though, big chunk has been taken off. Olaf Meister, Flusher demonstrating a true skill as he takes down AZ. And now Pimp with just an SMG. He's maybe doing a good job. He does, is that 3? It is! Pimp slaps Fnatic. And now just 2 Fnatic members remain. It's Crims and JW. He has armor, and he also has death, as Crims is going to take that one up. That is one to watch back. Pimp making just a MP9 work to his favor. Still not going to do too much for the scoreline. 0-7 the scoreline. Fnatic still ruling.
And Crims then just dancing on the cross, finally getting the control back after that SMG kind of messed everything up. But regardless of the fact, look at the scoreline. 7-0. Dignitas, you're not on the same level right now. Just they're not. And look at that again. JW just slapping down these boys time and time again. And Crims, so confident straight through mid. Even gets the shot, takes down AZ. That's B vulnerable. They're just having their way with Dignitas. They're bending them over Dust 2 right now. But finally, there's a reply. MSL kicks into gear, kicks them out of B. But can he keep hold of this?
2v2, level playing field for now. The T side, of course, trying to make progress towards the site. Not going to happen. MSL shuts him down. That's his third of the round. Looking for the fourth, but Olaf Meister shakes his head as now we do have a 1v1 emerge. AWP versus AK. Nico is going to try and potentially catch off Olaf on the cross, but looks like he's going to be playing the longer game as he does have the bomb in hand, and he's going for a bit of a walk.
Yeah, he's got time for it too. Why not? I just want to highlight as well how big that was for MSL. He's only been sitting on 1 kill so far. To get 3 in 1 round, that's the difference.
They finally came to B. Before like 20 seconds left in the round. Let's not forget that one before. Either way,
ooh,
Nico is going to be kind of in the mind of Olaf, trying to find...
Look where Nico's going as well.
He's completely
Nico's
thrown him
read
off.
it wrong. He's off. He's trying to clear the B tunnels. He's trying to ensure that he's not just offsetting the time. And Olaf, he's at A. Buddy, that's a long way to walk. And Olaf's going to plant up for short. Again, they love this plant. Put himself there. He doesn't have JW with him this time. But for Nico to get this shot, he's going to have to walk up as Olaf has that vertical advantage. And Olaf can just wait, but Nico knows.
Yeah, Nico seems to have a good idea of where Olaf's going to be. He kind of knows what they favor, but immediately Olaf's like, okay. Reposition, the incendiary coming out. He's got a whole lot of corners to check, and I think Olaf's just going to catch him from beneath. Bullets to the toes, the soles of his feet disappear as we're going to see another round on the board for Fnatic. That's 3 again for Olaf Meister as he reclaims the top of the scoreboard. And Fnatic, they're making Dignitas look so amateur in this game, and it's such a stark contrast to the Dignitas we saw yesterday against Titan.
Exactly. This is where I thought maybe we'd see if Dig were playing well, this would be where they proved it. But I've got to say, Fnatic are like a well-oiled machine right now. Everything's falling into place. Everything's working out. And from the depths, Nico trying to make that scout come into play. He's got good work. Pronax is down to 1 HP. But Pronax still takes one on his way down. And they just can't get an advantage here, Dig.
Yeah, just clutching at straws at this point. 4 members of Fnatic still remain. Nico hungry for a weapon, but the nade just blows it away. He's stuck with just a USP, and he's just really not too happy at the moment as he's going to sit in smoke, looking to assassinate on the sidelines. Flush up. What's happening? Did he not see him there? Is there a smoke that we don't know about? Either way, 3v... What?
Nico, you all right,
What's
buddy?
happening? I'm so confused. Either way, there was... I think Nico enabled invisibility. Let's just go with that for now. 3v2 though, Crims and JW do remain as we're going to be seeing JW doing his best, but Easy's going to show him how to do it though. Crims goes down, that's his teammate gone, and now 1v3 emerges for the Fnatic All-Star. Got potential to catch them off here. He does have his favorite weapon in hand, and he's potentially going to be able to catch off Easy. He is. Oh, no, he's not. Bullet doesn't quite connect. Whistles past his ear, but it whips out the Tech 9. True Fnatic style, as now just 2 CTs remain.
And that's going to enable him to pick up the bomb. He's going to slow it down a little, make him think. Is he going A? Is he going B? He's only got 20 seconds, so I'm sure they can assume it's got to be A. Here we go. Fakes it out. One man gives away the game, but will he expect the second? Oh, JW takes down Nico with a no-scope. Fakes it out again. Waits for the peek, but MSL hops up. Finally gets around on the board for Team Dignitas.
My heart, I'm sitting there like, he could do this. And of course, when you're sitting at an 8-0 scoreline, I think maybe JW had his teammates going, go on, go for it, take it, have a go. And they had the money, the economy to back that claim up. So they're going to be doing just that. Still though, first round on the board for Dignitas. It only took them 9 rounds. They have managed to secure it. And we'll see if that's going to do anything for them. Still though, the Fnatic side are going to be AWPless for this game. So if ever Dignitas were going to pick up a second round, it would be now.
Bit of a dangerous exchange at long, and you can't toy with Olaf like that. You know better. You know better than to do that. Pim's going to try and do what he can. Outgunned, outplayed. Crims breaks in, and they're once again in control. Fnatic are just so clinical right now. Everything they do is so perfectly well thought of. It's literally like a step ahead of what Dig are doing. JW going to push that smoke, pick up NSL, get the information of where AZ is, and now they're just going to work out, okay, where's Nico going to be then? Yeah,
put the puzzle together, and the Dignitas puzzle is a bit of an easy one. AG is 3 and up, it seems, as Fnatic are just reading them at this point, as they're going to be making their moves towards that B site, just hugging each other and hoping this round could end a bit sooner, as that's going to be another one on the board for Fnatic, and I don't think Pronax is going to let them get away with it that easily.
Nice.
Ooh!
Hello, AZ.
Hey, yeah, good to see you. As Olaf's going to be trying to do the same thing. Oh, AZ was just timed it a little poorly there, but I mean, I think we need to go back to that point you were making just before that, where it's true, Fnatic seem to have such a strong understanding of where Dignitas are going to be, catching them out even now on the save. Nico just clutching onto that AWP, wants to keep it to himself. And, I mean, it's got to be said that at this point, Fnatic are seemingly too strong for the Dignitas boys.
Yeah, Dig aren't even close right now. I hate to say it, I don't know, they're just not even close. And the thing is that Fnatic are so all-encompassing. You know, how many teams tell you that, you know, they just feel like Fnatic are in their heads? And you can see why, because they always seem that step ahead. They know what you're going to do before you've even known what you're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, Pronax is just playing this game a step ahead of the rest. And dig it down to a horrific buy here, really. What, a 5-7, no armor. They've tried to stack out mid, but it's not going to be easy to do anything here. Fnatic, let's see what they do now.
Or more so what AZ's going to do is he does take the AK out of Flush's hands, looking for a second as well, as those bullets are just going to whistle past the head of that T-Spawn player. As JW, once again, hanging out in middle, just has the MP7 to his name. As Nico, he does do stuff with the AWP. This is a strong start for Dignitas, but we've seen this story before, and Fnatic are no strangers to retaking control of a round. Now, 3-5, and now just 2 weapons in the hands of Dignitas.
Let's see how far Olaf can go towards A. We've seen this before. Around this time, they're happy to rotate if Olaf... Oh, no. No. Not again, MSL. Not again. Find him, please.
Oh, it's like a needle in a haystack.
Oh, my God. He's desperately walking around the edge of this. He just heard the footsteps back away. So at least the information that was gathered in AZ might now need to come into place once again. Just by those double doors, here's the pitter-patter of tiny feet, but AZ cautiously backs out. They don't want to give Fnatic even a glimpse, but Olaf's broken through towards A, and now Pimp is the last man defending this one. Just tucked into the corner. He almost had that. It was so close to being the perfect timing. But now A is in control, and Dig are locked out again.
Fnatic just seem to find a way in every single time. Dignitas shaking their heads as they get once again an all too familiar scenario trying to retake this A site. They do have control of short though, and that is actually a real aid for them. They have the AWP as well, or they had the AWP past tense as Nico eats a bullet from Pronax. That's going to be another one as he wraps the round up for his team. And a really, really well thought out round from Fnatic. They lost the 2 early picks, but still were aware of the lack of armor, were aware of the shoddy buy, and Dignitas fell apart slowly.
Yeah. It was so close then for Dig as well. If only they'd committed towards A, but Olaf just creeping up long, just saying, guys, if I get 1 kill here, just get rotating.
Yeah.
And they're there. It's so impressive to watch. Fnatic, I love watching these guys play. You know, they're absolutely beautiful to watch. A tactical mind just kind of unraveling. As already Pronax finding AZ, that's mid open. Now I guess they're going to assume there's probably just MSL sitting at B, which there is. Pimp's probably going to be pushing up short or sat into that corner. And let's see if JW's going to get this one perfect. Yes, he does. JW knows what's up. He knows what they're going to do. And once again, Fnatic dragging around the map. Crim's already waiting for that rotate at mid. And they're just so good at this. Look, every single place. Finally, they get a bit of luck there for Dig. They finally get a kill in. Maybe that can stop something here.
Well, time will be the true dictator of that. We can see 3 CTs remaining, and MSL catches a glimpse of the plan. He's not going to finish it off with a 5-7 as more frags keep coming in, and Nico is left with an insurmountable task ahead of him. Has picked up 2 though, and that's more than you would kind of expected before. And JW missing a shot. All the stars are starting to align, it seems, as now Nico does have an AK and a frag. JW goes down, not going to have the last one. Crims, the crusher of dreams, picks that one up, and that's going to be another round on the board for Fnatic. They just seem to have no problem, unfazed in every scenario in this game of the ESL ESEA Pro League.
What a debut.
What a debut.
Dig were a team who looked so good on the CT side, so strong individually, but then I guess this is where you draw those differences between teams who've been consistently playing and others who are just going to catch him back up, or who haven't been doing that homework. But Nico this time does get the better of JW down at long, so at least they've got a glimmer of hope here, but can they follow it up? Because look at Fnatic, they're not even by A. They're hitting up B, and MSL is once again in that corner. Pronax checks it, he doesn't get the kill, but Crims pushes in, claims it, and now B is theirs.
This is a good start, though, for the CT side. They have the numbers advantage, and they have got players around that B site. They could do this. A blind Olafmeister and a blind Crims. This is 2 players shut down for that short period of time, but they don't choose to push off it as the flames are going to be released and the bomb is going to be planted. This is where the tides start to turn if he's not too careful. AZ locked out from that smoke. The CTs are starting to just stack outside of the site. Desperate for a pick, desperate for a frag, desperate for a step in to the B side. Nothing going to come just yet, though. Fnatic are low.
Let's see what they can do here. Finally, they break in. This is perfect. And there we go. AZ cleans it up. The retake was good. It was calculated. and the defuse will be brought to place by Nico. Big round from AZ again. MSL going down very early on at B, but regardless, they retook it and they get another on the board. Maybe that's enough breathing room to work with. Maybe not. Probably not. Definitely not. But 2 AWPs. This is what I was excited to see maybe coming in towards this game, but they've never had a chance. They've never had the money for this until this point. Fnatic have been so like in their pockets, taking their money.
And double AWP is so integral as well. I mean, remember talking to Jonathan, and he was saying that a double AWP setup on CT does too is so strong, especially when you know Fnatic, when they have Olaf and JW rocking it. This time, though, dignitas are going to be starting with a bang. Nico opens up onto Crims. That's that short presence now neutralized, and then the remaining Fnatic members on a bit of a shaky bite, it has to be said. Flusher just with that CZ75 and the Galil for Pronax, but they're going to be doing something around this short area. JW looking to avenge his fallen teammate. It's interesting to see JW with the AK and Olaf with the AWP. Either way, though, the 4Ts.
Look at Olaf, he's got the AWP.
Oh,
AZ gets completely caught out there on pushing towards A-Ram. Nico's still on A. And they know Hierby has been playing along the whole time as well, so they're going to know what's up. That's why they're not just rushing here. There's that molly, there's the smoke. Nico has to perform if they commit here, and they are, but will they drop CT? One has already. They know what they're doing here, and Nico's just been overwhelmed, but no! Connects towards Flusher, that's big, but can he find anything else?
He potentially can. It's all about the no-scope, but that isn't going to happen. Needs to take a leaf out of JW's book. Olaf steps up again as dignitas continue to fall. Put an AWP in a Fnatic man's hands, and they demonstrate exactly why they are at the top of the world's CSGO players. And now Pimp, last man standing for the dignitas side, and he has so little to work with at this point. 2 AWPs trained on his location. And a Galil for good measure. Oh, he's going to hit the shot, though. Just taking JW down. I think he's going to realize that that's more than enough for this instance, and he's just going to try and keep that Dragon Lore safe. Stroking it as he takes a second. Pronax just jumping into the Dragon's Lair. That's going to mean another round on the board. I actually feel like a broken record at this point, Lauren. I keep going, and Fnatic get another, and another round on the board. Fnatic just seem relentless in their pursuit of rounds.
Olaf then just... I love that style of AWPing. When he gets like confidence, you see it from JW all the time, right?
Yeah.
That kind of like confident, super kind of like in-your-face AWPing. You know that Olaf can do it just as well, and you saw it so perfectly in that round. So I'm super happy to see him falling. But Fnatic going for the P90s. You know, just gonna go for that P90 power. A little bit of a shoddy buy, you know, but why not? They're probably going to make it work. That's the thing that's worrying here. And look at that already. Olaf finding MSL and Digger down at 4, and this has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, here comes the P90 pain train, and at least it should be. Hierby, though, shuts him down, as does Nico. That's a flurry of frags for the dignitas side. Now just 2 remain, as they look to be making tracks in the middle area. Olafmeister does have the AWP, and we've seen what he could do with that just the round prior. As the bomb is going in. You'll never guess what it's planted for, Lauren. The Fnatic, true Fnatic style. They are planning for short, but here comes Pimp, and it's all onto Flusher with a P90. Not going to happen. Pimp just shuts that down and is going to secure that 3rd round. The final round, of course, for the half for the dignitas boys. And it has been an uphill struggle for those CTs. As that's going to come to a close. 12-3 on the half, and Fnatic have got so little gaps they need to close. As once again, you're just going to see our faces in the half for a second. But we have to like kind of highlight less so how dignitas were struggling, more so how Fnatic just seemed to be in their heads. I mean, that was mad.
Fnatic were a step ahead the whole damn time. You saw it in the pistol, you saw it in every gun round. They were just unbelievable, and that's just such a strong Fnatic. They're not taking anything lightly here. They are playing to their maximum. Just I don't know what to make of that, because if Fnatic are able to keep up this kind of power against any other team as well, this is a dangerous Fnatic again. And let's be honest, no one ever doubted them being strong regardless, but they look almost that little bit better.
Do you think that's the Fnatic that JW was saying, no more Mr. Nice Guy? Or is that just Fnatic
so.
against dignitas?
I don't know. I think it's a dignitas that's just getting trashed right now.
Bear in mind,
is so strong.
Yeah, and bear in mind, we were watching dignitas yesterday. Like, these guys look good. Dignitas are on the up. We're going to see them twice. Of course, they are going to be going up against Mouse Sports. So, thinking about it, after this game, whichever result happens, either way, after this game, we are going to see them up against Mouse Sports, and so this will be a good way for us to gauge where dignitas are at.
Yeah,
one of
pretty
the
much.
better teams, if not the best, and then Mouse Sports one of the lower teams. So, seeing that the kind of contrast, we'll see where dignitas slot into this kind of team economy. ecological. There was a word. God, that's 2 words that have disappeared now. What's happening to me?
Ecosystem.
Thank you. She is just my dictionary for today.
That's probably what you were going to say then, I'm not going to lie. But yes, I don't know. I think this is just online CS sometimes to a T.
Yeah, true. That's another factor.
You never know who you're going to get coming to this. Will it be the Fnatic who's just like steamrolling people? And that's exactly what we just got. And they're just so far ahead of Dignitas. You know, Dig, they're on the T side now. They could probably pick up the pistol here. I'd like to see them do that. I can imagine they can do.
They need to pick up this.
Yeah,
pistol.
exactly. They've got 3 rounds. They have to. But I think they're certainly capable of it. I think they're just getting ready to go now. And this is a very unique setup that I'm seeing already coming out.
Okay, we'll see what.
Lots of utility and not a lot of armor.
That's a whole lot of nades on the side of Dignitas. They have a plan, there's no doubt about it. Let's see if it works and if Fnatic can read into that. The first couple of nades have already been released. You can see the smoke and flashes and nades thrown towards double doors. They want to make their presence known, as already they're making the charge up towards this A site. It's going to be Fnatic ready to receive, as is Olaf, and JW is doing stuff as well. The whole Fnatic side are using their USPs to perfection, and Dignitas, that lack of armor means absolute diddly squat when Fnatic are putting bullets into your brain that quickly, though. 3v2, as it's not all over yet, but it's certainly close.
Yeah, KB is the last man in this. He does have a nade and a flash, but it doesn't matter. Pronax is ready and waiting. And just once again, Fnatic, too strong.
Such contrasting buys. I mean, they had a full arsenal of nades on one side, and we had pure armor on the side of Fnatic. Armor USP for them, but that's going to put the 13th round for them. Just 3 now away from the magic number, the magic 16. And look at that scoreboard. Pimp and Nico are really... I mean, he's the top fragger of the server right now. He's really been picking up frags, and he was primarily playing that middle area for the CT side, and he was really playing it well. Certainly credit to him, but that's not... It's certainly not just a solo game, and now we're going to be seeing Fnatic do their very best with the SMGs and Dignitas, pistols and armor.
Maybe this mid to B could work out here. They're certainly looking for it. Flusher, though, with a UMP. Just going to go to work. Already getting to their straight through mid, and there's nothing they can do. The crossfires come into place. AZ is still in this, but to what avail? Maybe they can turn this one around, and they are. Just about flipping it on its head. They've got control of B, but will Fnatic stop? Or are they just going to push straight in? I think they are. There's AZ, though, stopping him at the gate. Now it's just JW.
Yeah, but they're low, not low enough. AZ using that Tech 9 up against Fnatic. It's got to feel good as he picks up 4 in that round. Kiebu mopping up that fear, stealing the ace from his teammate, but still, and a very, very important second round from Dignitas, managing to push Fnatic back despite the SMGs they picked up. And it's going to put enough money in their pockets, line their pockets enough to put 3 AKs, Scout and an SMG in the hands of the T side. And they're going to have to do something quite special now.
Yeah, there will have to be something very, very big coming out from these boys. But Olaf still does have that little SMG of Doom. I want to see that put into play. I want to see what he can find with that. And, well, there's already a bit of a scout rattling off. Was that Nico? No.
It's going to have to be, yeah. No, wait,
Who
what?
hit that shot?
What was that?
I heard
what weapon
the
was that?
scout.
It sounded scouty.
The hell? Was that Olaf
So,
like letting off a couple of bullets? It sounded
first of all,
exactly like a scout.
So we had an invisible CT, and now we've just had an invisible scout. What's going on here?
I don't know. That sounded weird to me.
That
That did sound like a scout, right?
Hey, you're
I'm
not wrong.
going mad.
You're not going
It
mad.
may be the SMG of Olaf then in like a little
With like
couple
some
of bursts.
echo or something. Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. I really don't know. Regardless, that gun's out of the game now as Pim did manage to take down Olaf. My brain hurts. It's a very small brain, to be fair, so it's not too surprising. But still, Dignitas having their 5 players here, a lot of rifles in play. They're going to want to keep these, so you can see why they're being quite cautious to a degree. They don't want to just go charging in. We know what the likes of Fnatic can do with just CZs or with just a Deagle. And there is one man on the side. That is Pronax. He does get down AZ. That's a big player down and out. Flusher gets a little close, but not close enough. Dig now have control of A. The bomb should be going down. And hell, they're even playing for short as well.
It makes sense as the 2 remaining Fnatic members do begin to be hunted by Pimp, as he's already looking to extend that score limit. Or sorry, his frags at the moment is sitting a respectable 18 on that first half, and now he's going to be jumping into 2 more Fnatic members. Crim's the first, not going to get the second. JW probably wasn't quite expecting the second member of the CT side, but still, we are going to be seeing that one close out. 3 members of Dignitas are kind of on the hunt, and I think JW knows it as he has managed to take an AK, and he's going to clutch onto that for the next round. But that's the 5th now on the board for Dignitas, and they're going to be looking to continue to extend this. It feels impossible still, Lauren. I mean, we can continue to cast this, but really, this is Fnatic on CT side does too, and they need 3 rounds to summarize.
Good summary.
that
yeah,
shouldn't
that is it.
That shouldn't be possible. But we are going to continue to see Dignitas try and scrape together more and more rounds to close this gap, and I am always one for the underdogs. I mean, you should have seen me watching that Envious Hellraisers game. I was so up for an upset on day one, but just one round away from that going into overtime.
Is that the boost in mid? Hold on, sorry, excuse me.
It was.
I think Crim's just got a little boosted there. I think MSL was ready and waiting though. You can see them making sure they check just from that Xbox spot, see if they could catch him. So nicely done there, alleviating some of the pressure that Fnatic have been able to bring. But JW's still in this. He does still have the AK, and he's the one on the A site. So if they push up short here, he could really do some damage.
Yeah, bomb still loose around short. 3 Ts gathering around. It does feel quite reminiscent of how we saw Fnatic commence their executes, kind of building towards short, then the nades and the mollies start raining in. But Fnatic looking a little bit more prepared for that. That one lurking player out between mid. He's just going to keep his eyes ready for that mid push, but he's more so just trying to gather as much intel as he can. You can see Flusher is just hungry for information, as Dignitas are not going to give him much. Flash does come out though. That means he's well aware of that presence on short as AZ backs away, and they're looking to kind of start to gather their numbers towards long here, as Pimp could catch Flusher.
You can't blame him for taking that long approach either. You want to use those rifles to the best of their ability. That's the best chance. And they are making their move towards long. Pimp still up on short. He could get pushed right by the back by Flusher, but it's all about JW on side. Pronex has gone down, but maybe they won't predict now. Flusher, oh, they do get JW, and look at this, back-to-back. Dignitas being careful, being cautious, and that sort of play just paid off. If they didn't check it well enough, they could have lost out then, but at least Olaf will manage to get himself an AK and probably get out of here fairly safe.
That's exactly what you need to do.
He's going back. He's looking.
Whoa. He hasn't really got the money to do that, but maybe he's got the comfortable cushion of rounds. Either way.
Oh, this is cheeky though. He should be able to get a couple of exit kills here, unless Nico maybe checks. Oh my God, Olaf!
Jinx, as we are going to see the final one come in. Kiebu is going to wrap that up, and we're going to be seeing another round for Dignitas. So that's 6. That's now 13-6. Bearing in mind the half was very daunting for the Dignitas boys, but they have managed to pick up a few. Lost the pistol, but managed to come straight on back with a bit of bite to follow their bark. Now, we are going to be seeing Nico pick up the AWP for the first time. No AWP on the side of Fnatic, so he's going to have a little bit more free reign of the map, looking to maybe find an opener on towards that site. We saw them do it with rifles on long just around before.
3-man stack long. Look at this. Fnatic going to put all their players there, and it's paid off. JW straight up picking up MSL. That's massive. And now they've got control of the map. AZ, yeah, he's in mid, but he's not got anywhere just yet. There's still Olaf waiting. And this is a really good start. JW's starting to hunt around maybe for that AK, but I think they moved it out of spot. But AZ just walks through, not expecting Olaf to be that close, maybe. I'm not sure. Dig are going to start kind of scrambling for this, as JW does get himself the AK as well.
And so from here, the CT side,
JW's round the back.
Bolstered numbers, JW's going to potentially surprise Kiebu. He's going to do just that. That's an easy one for him, as now 2 to 5, and Pimp's going to be a little worried about his position now as he's been closed in on all sides. Flusher from the front, we've got JW from the back, doesn't even need it, as Flusher's going to pick that one up, and now all onto Pimp.
Dude,
look at this.
Again.
The Jaws soundtrack. Oh my lord, Pimp has no idea. And Olaf's like, okay, screw this. Ends the round. And he puts a bullet into Pimp's brain to bring the 14th round to a close. Whew. 2 to go for Fnatic to pick this one up. Here's, of course, best of 1 here for the ESL ESEA Pro League. 2 games to be played today. This is just the first. And if you have just joined us, this is a very good-looking Fnatic. Like, it has to be said, these guys are playing, to me, what feels like I don't want to say. No, I'm not going to say it. No.
No.
I feel like that'll be held against me. I'm not going to say it. I'm holding it. I'm holding it.
Oh, don't make me nervous. Don't make me nervous. I get a little nervous, you know, when that goes down. But I think all is good. All is good. However, let's take stock of what's happened so far. So, a little bit of an early exchange between the AWPs. JW coming for a little bit of the worst. I think he actually got caught by maybe a tag somewhere there. He's down to 57, but we do see this player starting to peek out, starting to get control. Prone access, spots out one. Nice little kind of control flash. Does flash himself a bit. And he did get on the receiving end of a nade. But that's not where Dignitas are looking towards. They're creeping through mid. And actually, only Flush is really watching that. So, and he's just turned away. They've got through Scott 3. This is great. They could get towards B here. It's down to Olaf and Crims.
Olaf ready by window. That's going to be an easy one. Crims does exactly the same. Back and forth they go. It's 2 apiece. And Kiebu's going to walk in trying to avenge his fallen comrades. But Olaf picks up a 3rd, steals it, and steals the 15th now for Fnatic.
pure perfection between those two. I love watching Crims on these sides, whether it be Inferno when he plays on that B side as well. You can look anywhere on that CT side. You can put him somewhere and he just locks it out. So beautiful to watch. And Olaf then as well, just kind of having his back. Full faith in each other to do what was necessary to get the round. And now this is a big buy from Fnatic, and look at the T side. Dig are down to Tech 9s, and I'm not sure what they can achieve, but actually they're looking towards the right side there. If they hit B early, there's only one man on it. But let's see what they do. Olaf, once again, he's in. Oh my god, Olaf, stop getting behind these guys. It's unbelievable how many times he's done this. And once again, Crims holds on. Just goes down to Pim, but Olaf is there. He's got the Tech 9. This man knows how to do work, and it's just Pim left.
This is, I want to know a statistic of how many times Olaf has killed his enemy from behind. Like, that is mad. Either way, though, Fnatic are going to wrap that one up with clinical